Hey y'all, Joe here at the Southern Coast of Cooking. Doing some experimenting around the kitchen tonight. I'm doing a couple recipes, basically in the sous vide category. I've got a new immersion circulator I'm testing out, and I've got some new sous vide accessories. So show you what I'm doing here. One of the hardest things, not really the hardest thing, one of the things a lot of people are afraid about sous videing is chicken. You get a lot of the guys and they're like, I don't know how to do it with the chicken and everything like that. So I've heard that you can make some really excellent chicken breasts using the sous vide method. What I've done here, taking 4 chicken breasts, all I've put on them is some of this heaven-made product stuff. It's incredible on everything. It's Incredible Rub, I believe is what this is called. It's a all-purpose salt, pepper, garlic type base rub. I imagine from what I'm smelling, I'm getting a lot of garlic off of it. Anyway, rub the chicken down good with that. I'm about to vacuum seal this chicken, and we're going to put them in an immersion circulator for about an hour and a half at 150 degrees. There's all sorts of temperatures you can do. We'll talk some more about that later. But my good friend Brian over at Auto Mart of Flowwood, I mean, this guy cooks all kind of stuff. I mean, he cooks everything. The rib caps and all that stuff. And he's always experimenting kind of like me. And he just got an immersion circulator. One thing he tried is chicken. He's like, man, you got to try this chicken. So I'm going to try it. I'm cooking a little bit higher than he did. I think he went at about 145. He's taking up a little notch from there. You could cook it as low as like 130, 135 almost, because cooking it after a certain time at that temperature does pasteurize the chicken. It's safe, but it's all about texture. I want more of the traditional type texture with the stringy type meat than the kind of, for lack of a better word, I don't say gelatinous, that sounds terrible when talking about food, but the softer, not stringy type texture, or the more rubbery texture, I want to say, of the lower temps. So that's not something that's appetizing to me. So what I want to do is conserve juices in the chicken, but still get it as normal consistency as possible. So I've got this rubbed down with the rub. We'll vacuum seal it off here real quick, and then we'll move on. All right, y'all, so I got my chicken breast all vacuum sealed up. Now, I do them in separate bags. Now, look, I wash this with hot and soapy water, so don't worry about it. You want to do your chicken in separate bags, and the reason I do for several reasons. Number one is I want to make sure the chicken breasts don't overlap. I want everything to cook thoroughly. Second is we could use these for lunch portions. Let's say you could take 1 chicken breast to work, because ideally what you could do is do this chicken breast in the sous vide, go ahead with the sous vide, and then ice bath it, okay, like I do the other stuff. You could put it back in the fridge or whatever. Later that week, you could take it to work cold, open it up, and then you could sear it or heat it up at the workplace, just barely, you know, so that sort of thing. So that's what I'm thinking, you know, with the separate little bags. Well, I like to do it like that. You throw them all in one big clump, it's not going to work out well with the chicken breast. So anyway, you can probably get away with 2 breasts in 1 bag, a little bit bigger bags. But I think for this first time, we're going to use this with the single bags. Got the seasoning, got everything in there. I think that's going to work well for us. Meantime, I want y'all to see my setups I've got over here. Of course, I've got my Nova that I've normally used over here. It's getting ready, okay, for the chicken breast. But what we're also going to be using tonight is my new immersion circulator. This is the Avalon Bay, and this is supposed to be a really good one. I'm doing some product testing with it. I really need a second circulator because I want to do vegetables over here. They have to cook a lot hotter. And then, you know, you have your meats and something cooler, you need 2 water baths. So I'm doing some experiment with it. I'm also using an experiment with an accessory over here. So y'all see me using this quite often here on the channel, along with the other one that I've had, the Nova. So right now I've got the Nova set for 155. I've decided that's where I want to do my chicken. Again, the reason I'm doing mine a little bit higher because I want my chicken to be kind of that stringy texture that I'm used to. So we're going to go ahead and lower these bags here into the water of the Nova here. I'll set this for an hour and a half, something like that. You could do this in little as an hour, they say. So let's go ahead and get that in there. And when I tell you what, that water's hot. Now, I'm used to sticking stuff in here, you know, for steaks and everything. You're at 129, 130 degrees. I'll tell you what, that stuff's hot there. So we'll let that go for about an hour and a half. Or actually, in about 30 minutes, we'll go over here and start with our vegetables. Hey, y'all. For the vegetable tonight, let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to do some nice fresh corn. I just took the husk off. You might say, well, that corn's got in here. It's almost like a, you know, corn cob and everything. Corn floats. It's hard to keep corn down. So I've got a solution for that. Before we get there, we're going to take some butter. Okay, just got some salted butter, a little knob there, probably about 2 tablespoons. And we're going to put some of this, again, we're just going to use this, it's incredible seasoning tonight. I'm going to put some of this in here on the butter. Bring some just like that. And we're going to heat this butter in the microwave just for a minute because we're going to baste this corn up with it. Like I said, I just wanted to get the butter nice and mushy like that. And we'll take that and we'll just paint this corn with that. And what that'll do for us, that's going to help it to stick to the corn. And we put the corn in the bags. We'll get a nice coating of butter and seasoning around the corn. And we won't have to waste a whole bunch of butter and seasoning and stuff like that. And we'll have it right there next to the kernels. I think this would be a good way to do it. So let me baste all these up with the butter. I got the butter on there. I'm actually going to hit them up with just a little bit more of the seasoning. There we go. Just get a little seasoning on like that. And we're going to put them in one of the bags. Right back. So we're going to put these buttered up corns in this Ziploc, in a bag, vacuum seal bag. Before we do that, we're going to put some weight in there. And look, when you're dealing with heat and stuff like that, in a sous vide situation, you don't want to just put anything in there. Here's what we're going to use, y'all. A 24 karat gold plated. This is the SV egg or the Sous Vide egg. This is a Kickstarter program that a buddy of mine is doing, and this is really, really cool. It's going to revolutionize the way that we weight down our vegetables or anything that we're sous videing or sous videing. And this egg here is really, really heavy. It's got a great plating on it that won't tarnish or that won't leach any chemicals in the food. It's stainless steel underneath it. Really, really nice. Really nice here. I'll put you a link to this Kickstarter page here. But anyway, I'm testing out this prototype basically here. So we're going to take this heavy guy and put it in the bottom of the bag first. Okay? Then I'm going to come in and put these pieces of corn. I'm going to put them in there sideways, I believe. I'm going to try not to get a ton of butter all over the sides of the bag. But you know what? I got to do what I got to do. Like this here. I'm doing pretty good. There. Okay. Right through here. You know, corn has to be cooked at actually 182 degrees. And not for very long, only for about 30 minutes. So we're going to put this in the refrigerator just for a little bit after I vacuum seal it. Let it chill out and just soak up some of that good seasoning. But look, that egg, another thing about it, it doesn't matter. It can get dirty and all that stuff. It cleans up really, really well. So I'm going to vacuum seal this, y'all. But yeah, I'm vacuum sealing that now. And like I said, this guy, I met him through some of the YouTube community and Facebook and everything. I think the SV egg or the Sous Vide egg is going to be a great idea. Really, really cool way to weight this stuff down. You don't have to worry about anything toxic. You're not corroding, rusting silverware and all that kind of stuff putting on top of it. So anyway, I'll check that out and I'll put a link to it. Here's what it's looking like if you're wondering, all sealed up there in a bag. I'm just going to put this in the refrigerator for a little bit. All right, now that we only have about 30 minutes left on the chicken, what I'm going to do is go ahead and put the corn in over here in the Avalon Bay. Set at 182 with the little egg right down in the bottom. Watch how that pulls that corn right underwater, just like we want. Perfect. Okay. See, if not, that stuff would float like crazy. Kind of lean it a little bit. There we go. All right. So that'll hold that just underwater, just like we need. Okay. I'm gonna set that for 30 minutes. Look, I'll add just a little bit more water, so it'll go right over that corn. Without that weight in there, there ain't no dang way you'll be able to keep that corn Now it really wants to float, but it's perfect now. All right, so all my immersion circulators are beeping here. Looks like everything is done. The Avalon Bay, now once it's done, it looks like it cuts off, so it's not circulating anymore. The Nova beeps, keeps on circulating. I guess it keeps that temperature, so that's something to note. And there may be some settings. I have to look in the Avalon Bay to see if there's a difference. But anyway, let's get everything out, give everything a taste, and see how it is. I think it's going to be very, very good, y'all. Alright, so what we're going to do, I'm going to cut open a piece of chicken first. Let's just see. Y'all bear with me. Of course, I like to dry. Don't want all that juice there. Not much juice rendered out of it. That's good. Keep a good juicy piece of chicken there. So we'll take that and we'll just kind of blot it dry a little bit. We're going to figure out what to do about a sear on it. Okay, so obviously what you could do is you could just cut into it and eat it right there. If you want to do this for a chicken salad or something, you could just eat it like this. And I think, y'all, for the sake of this experiment, maybe we should just take a little piece off right now and just see how it is. You know, no sear or anything else. Look at the texture. It makes the part pretty good. And pretty good. Let's give it a taste, because I want to see exactly what we're dealing with here. Yeah, this is a good idea. Let's do this without searing first. Okay. Well, Head-Made Products rub. It's got some great, incredible rubs. It's got some great flavor. The chicken's good. Actually, very juicy. A slight bit on a little bit of the chewier side. We've got a lot of good juice to it. I like it. So it's pretty good. This is chicken breast. It's very, very lean. Let's try get a little bit of sear on this bad boy and see what happens. Or to sear, I think I'm going to have to put something on there to kind of help it sear somewhat. And if you just start putting a flame to just a straight chicken breast, I don't think anything's going to much happen. So what I need to do is find me a basting brush somehow. Excuse me just a second, y'all. Let me look over here. Digging around, so I'm gonna take just a look. This is just a little bit of my barbecue sauce. Just ever so little bit. I just want something to caramelize, to help with some caramelization there on the skin. Okay, it's not enough to really impart much flavor at all, but should help. Now what I'm gonna take is a Sazerac, okay, and we will do with that. See what happens. Get light. Just try to put a little bit of sear here. May take a minute. But basically, you know, what we're doing here is we're just caramelizing that sauce on there. That's going to give us a start if we're getting that chicken. We don't have any skin, anything like that. I kind of wish we had the skin on. I think that would help us a little bit. It's pretty good there. Passes, it should be good. I don't want to burn it by any means. Just want to get a little sear. Okay. Okay, that should be good. Let's try this. try it with it seared somewhat. Don't know if it's going to make any difference whatsoever, but I'll give it a shot. Oops, excuse me. Zoom back out for y'all. Give it a taste. Okay. Ever so slightly. I can taste a little difference. I mean, the skin does pick up a little bit of crispiness. Well, not crispiness, there's no skin. But you know what I mean. That's pretty good stuff. I mean, it's going to be excellent for making chicken for lunch, you know, just to take to work and stuff like that. I'm really looking forward to that. Trying to eat a little bit healthier at work. Take a little single chicken breast, have it kind of ready, heat up at work. You can sit it with the sears off if you want to out in the parking lot, whatever. So that's pretty cool. I'll set this aside. Main reason for something like this, I think, would be to make this for casseroles, salad, something where you chunk your chicken up. You know, well, this good stuff. It retains a lot of juice. Now, a lot of people are saying take that chicken, sear it in the pan with a little bit of butter, herbs and stuff like that. That would work great, but then you could do that. But in my application, it's almost like, why not just cook it in the pan, you know? But anyway, it is what it is. I think, yeah, searing it with the butter and herbs, that'd be really good too. So let's try the corn. All right, y'all, so get the corn out here. So we got an egg down there in the bottom. Bust it open. Not my sharpest knife there, by any means. Let's try it. Looks good. I think it's nice and compact there. Let's give that a little corn a try. That's good, y'all. That's really good. Nice flavor. Corn could be a little crunchier. I like my corn not quite as cooked, but I mean, I'll be honest with you. There's a lot simpler ways to cook fresh corn. You put it in the husk in the microwave, put it on the grill. But where you could do it like that, I was using that to prove a point with the weight, with the SV egg, the Sous Vide, and you know, just showing you how that works. If you were cooking a bunch of different stuff and corn was one of the vegetables, yeah, I could say you throw it all in the Sous Vide and let it go. But I mean, honestly, the corn's great. Seasoning's really good on the corn too, but there's simpler ways to cook corn, come out with the same product. So anyway, some experimenting to do. Wanted to do tonight with chicken, everything like that. I've got the chicken in the ice bath right now, chilling, so we'll use that later this week. And corn, everything was good. I'll put the links to these, like the Sous Vide egg or the Sous Vide, down in the description box, and my new circulator, the Avalon bake. Thanks, y'all. Y'all please like my channel, sub it, and God bless. I appreciate everything, y'all.